The Trump-Zelensky dispute underscores a critical juncture for NATO, revealing fractures within the alliance's unity. As Ukraine seeks support against Russian aggression, the fallout from this controversy highlights the complexities of international diplomacy. Trump's actions raised questions about the reliability of American leadership, potentially emboldening adversaries. This situation not only strains U.S.-Ukraine relations, but also challenges NATO's collective defense principle, urging member states to reassess their commitments and strategies in an increasingly polarized geopolitical landscape. The recent public clash between former U.S. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has exposed growing fissures within the NATO alliance, raising concerns about the future of Western unity in the face of escalating global challenges. The dispute, which centers on Trump's criticism of Zelensky's leadership and Ukraine's reliance on Western aid, underscores a broader crisis of confidence within the transatlantic partnership. The tension erupted after Trump publicly accused Zelensky of mismanaging U.S. military aid and failing to make sufficient progress in Ukraine's war against Russia. In a series of blunt statements, Trump questioned the value of continued American support for Ukraine, suggesting that European NATO members should bear more of the financial burden. Zelensky, in response, defended his country's efforts and warned that undermining Ukraine's fight against Russian aggression would have dire consequences for global security. The exchange has reignited debates about the U.S. role in NATO and its commitment to the alliance's collective defense principles. Trump's America First rhetoric, which characterized his presidency, has long been a source of friction with European allies. His latest comments have amplified fears that a potential return to the White House could further strain relations and weaken NATO's cohesion at a critical juncture. For Ukraine, the dispute comes at a precarious moment. As the country continues to battle Russian forces, it relies heavily on Western military and economic aid to sustain its defense efforts. Any reduction in U.S. support could embolden Moscow and undermine Ukraine's ability to resist aggression. Moreover, the public spat risks diverting attention from the urgent need for a unified Western response to the conflict. The crisis also highlights deeper divisions within NATO itself. While the alliance has largely maintained a united front in supporting Ukraine, differences over funding, strategy, and long-term goals have become increasingly apparent. European members, many of whom are already grappling with economic challenges, have struggled to meet defense spending targets, fueling resentment in Washington. At the same time, some European leaders have expressed frustration with what they perceive as inconsistent U.S. leadership. Analysts warn that the Trump-Zelensky row could have far-reaching implications for NATO's credibility and effectiveness. If the alliance fails to address these internal tensions, it risks weakening its ability to deter adversaries and respond to emerging threats. The situation is further complicated by the upcoming U.S. presidential election, which could dramatically alter the trajectory of American foreign policy. As the crisis unfolds, the stakes for NATO and its members could not be higher. The alliance must find a way to reconcile its differences and reaffirm its commitment to collective security. Failure to do so could not only jeopardize Ukraine's future, but also undermine the stability of the entire Euro-Atlantic region. In the meantime, the Trump-Zelensky dispute serves as a stark reminder of the challenges facing NATO in an era of shifting geopolitical dynamics.